shoes, check out the white shoes, check out the white
Dad,
shoes.
what's for dinner?
White shoes, check out the white shoes, check out the white shoes.
As you guys might know, there's like a glitch with the Keurig K Supreme Plus model that you start the Descale, you follow the directions on the back of the descaling bottle, and it fails. It doesn't work. The Descale light will never go off. I actually have a fix for that. I'll leave a link in the description below, but I also want to show the correct process to actually get the light to go off. I had this happen several times. Today's the day after Thanksgiving. I come down here to get my coffee. The Descale light is on. I've actually gone through this several times where the Descale light will not go off. But I changed the process of how I do it. And it seems to work and gets the Descale light off each time. So go ahead and like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I do have another fix that I was using, and I'll leave that in the comment section below. You guys are welcome to try that one as well if this doesn't work. But yeah, it's really annoying. You call Keurig and they have no fix for this, guys. So I've just been kind of playing around with it each time I get that Descale light on. And so far I've been pretty successful at getting that Descale light to actually go off. It's a weird glitch, but anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into it, guys. All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Dad, What's for Dinner? So I'm looking at my Keurig here. My Descale light is back. It's been several months since the last time I cleared it, so it's back. Time to do it again. And so last time I had the Descale light come on, I bought one of these descaling packages, the 3-month brewer care kit. I already used my descaling solution, but these kits come with 2 rinse pods and 2 filters. But now I don't have any descaling solution. So I'm actually going to descale my Keurig with some vinegar. And also, last time I did this, my Descale light would not go off. So I do have a video that shows how to correct that problem. I'll leave a link in the description below. But let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, like I mentioned before, I bought this kit. If you guys have your kit, just follow the directions on the box. But since we're using vinegar, we're going to start off. We're going to do 16 ounces of just your white distilled vinegar. So 2 cups. All right, guys. So let's empty out this reservoir and start from an empty reservoir. So we're just gonna pour that out. We're gonna add water to it, but I just like to start from an empty, make sure the measurement's correct. All right, guys, and also before we put this vinegar in, let's pull out the little filter holder and the filter. Put that aside. And let's go ahead and add our 16 ounces of vinegar. And next we'll need 16 ounces of water. And let's add that water to our reservoir. All right. So the good thing about this is it's vinegar, so there's no crazy chemicals, solutions in here, so it's pretty safe. And like I said, it's harsh chemical free, it's just vinegar. So anyway, let's go add this to our Keurig. All right, guys, and before we just start descaling, make sure you get you a pretty decent sized cup here. We're gonna do a couple brews here. Got the best dad ever cup here going. This is a nice sized cup. I forget how many ounces it is, but it's pretty big. Make sure your Keurig is turned off. We're gonna hold down the 8 and 12 ounce buttons for 3 seconds. Okay, the Descale light is activated. The K cup, the K is blinking. So let's go ahead and hit the K. And now it says it's descaling. So what you'll notice is some people get that descaling light and it will not go off. It's because they didn't do things in this order, these directions. I do have a video that shows how to remove the Descale light. I'll leave a link in the description below, like I said earlier. You can check that out. But anyway, we're descaling here. We're gonna let that run through its motions, its process here. All right, so our first cup is done here. I'm gonna empty this out, and then we'll repeat the process until we get the add water button. Let's go. All right, guys, I did my last brew here. The add water light is on. So I'm actually gonna fill this up with water. And as you'll notice, there's still some more vinegar solution in there. That is fine. We're just gonna fill this up with water. All right, guys, after you fill that up with water, that Descale light's gonna come back on. So I'm just gonna continue the process and let's go through. Guys, so while the Keurig is going through that Descale process, let's go ahead and prepare our water filter. We're just gonna get about 8 ounces of water here. Doesn't need to be too much, just enough to submerge that Keurig water filter. Now the package says soak it for 5 and then rinse for a minute. So soak it for 5 minutes, rinse for 1 minute. But we're actually just gonna let it just soak here and do this whole process. It doesn't really matter. This thing stays in the water anyway, in your reservoir, so that's fine. We're just gonna let it soak until the Keurig is done with the descaling process. You see, we're still crunching through this reservoir here, so we got a little more to go. So I'm just still going through the process of just emptying out this reservoir. All right, it's been a minute. I'm just gonna drop it back in this and wait till we can add it to our Keurig. All right, guys, we just brewed our last cup. It's out of water, if you see there in the thing, and then the Keurig just turns off automatically. So that's how you know that the Descale process is complete. So let's go ahead and dump this water out, and then we'll add our filter, and we'll be on our way. So to rinse it, I'm just gonna turn on the faucet, and then I'm just gonna hold the Keurig under the water. So to add our filter on, we're just gonna take this little piece off the bottom of here, as you kind of do. And then it's easier just to sit it down. It has these 2 clips and you just kind of squeeze those, that's how it pops out. If you just set it on here, and kind of line it up, there we go. And then I just take this here and just snap it down. And that's gonna go into the Keurig. All right, so our filter's good. So let's go ahead and pop that guy back on there. All right, filter's in there. And now let's start the process of the cleansing pods. All right, so we got our Keurig rinse pods. They actually recommend using these like once a week, especially after you use flavored coffee. I don't use flavored coffee, I just use the plain regular coffee. So I don't use these, I just kind of use them when I descale and clean my Keurig. So let's go ahead and start that process. So the first thing we'll need to do is fill this up with some water. We have our filter in there, new filter in there. So let's go ahead and fill this up with water and we'll be right back. All right, we got water in our Keurig. Let's open this up. Let's pop the cleansing pot in. Go. Make sure you have a cup under the reservoir because that's will get messy. And we're just gonna do an 8 ounce. All right, and it's brewing. And if you look there, it's almost like a baking soda mixture. See how it's like kind of sizzling in there and bubbling? So it seems to be like some kind of baking soda mixture that's in the cleansing pods. And that cleans up the needles, cleans up the internal water flow system in there, and gets it nice and clean for you guys. All right, after that's done brewing, we're gonna do another 8 ounces just to clean out the internals here. So I'll turn it up, open it up. Let's select 8 ounces and let's brew some more. And this time it should come out clear. We shouldn't get any of the bubbling. As you see, it's coming out clear. We're not getting all the baking soda, the bubbling in there, so that's good.